Welcome back for episode 3 of the Brian Welch video blog. Catchy title still pending. We will get back to you on that one. Learned a few things from doing the first two episodes and watching them over and over again, trying not to think about how bad they were. First of all, the microphone on this little Memorex that I'm using is horrible. So I apologize for how quiet I am. I'm not that quiet once you get to know me. What you're going to have to do is get familiar with the upper registers of your volume control once again. You two haven't seen each other since you were really into Blink-182. So crank it up, hope your antivirus doesn't auto-update, and enjoy the show. Number 2, it looks like I'm coming to you from a cabin on the Queen Anne's Revenge. That is not the case. It is my room. It is a novelty pirate flag, not even signed by Blackbeard. If it was the Queen Anne's Revenge, though, why would Blackbeard have a poster of JFK? Well, you know, he was in the Caribbean every now and then. He was probably interested in the Cuban Missile Crisis and communism. I think the Cubans had pretty closed borders at that point. He's a fan of openness, so he's like, go ahead, let's get capitalism, let's get free trade going in here. I'm Blackbeard. I put burning fuses in my beard because I'm crazy and a pirate. I also found out, and that was total topical whiplash right there. We're just going to jump in. If you search the Brian Welch video blog, the title verbatim of this video, I'm not even the first search results. I'm the second. I come in behind former Korn lead guitarist Brian Philip Head Welch. It's because he's got cool dreadlocks or braids, whatever those are, and a sleeve full of tattoos. He gets the pop up first because he did, he was part of Freak on a Leash, and I'm not a freak, and I was only on a leash one time. I guess that doesn't count. I also figured out the first one was over 7 minutes long. That is way, way too long for a YouTube video. I think 3 minutes is too long. When I have a friend, someone's like, dude, you gotta check out this video, and they boot it up, and I see the runtime is like 3:14. I'm like, ugh. All of it? All 3 minutes and 14? Can you just find the funny parts for me? 7 minutes is too long. I'm running a timer right now. That's the glare in my glasses. We're going to try to keep this, moving, try to keep it fresh, keep it breezy. It's going to be the Bartles and James of video blogs, if you will. It's summertime. I think you'll appreciate that. I've got an idea of how long I want these to run. Hopefully I can stick to it. I did take some classes from the Les Miles School of Clock Management, though, so we'll see how that goes. I mentioned in the first episode that I feel like I'm not a professional psychologist. I've talked to some psych majors about Sigmund Freud and how crazy he was, and I feel like I'm qualified to say that I suffer from some mild, not crippling neuroses that I think about them way too much. And to give you an example, I drive to work. Most of my coworkers, we all park in a line on one side of the parking lot. I realized at one point that I was parking next to the same person an awful lot, and I started to worry that she was going to get the wrong idea, that we were, I was always parking next to her for, some ulterior motive. And I was so concerned about this that one day I got there, the spot next to her was open again, and I parked 2 spaces down. I left 2 empty spaces between us. This is a completely true story. And I was like, there, now, we didn't park next to each other, everything's going to be okay. But then I was like, 2 spaces, nobody, we're not getting a lot of business this time of year. We do a lot during back to school. In the spring, we are very slow. And then I started thinking, she's not going to believe that 2 other people were parked here when I arrived, that I would have to park this far away. And she's going to think he's trying too hard to conceal the fact that he didn't want to park next to me, and then she's going to get a wrong idea for another reason. And so I started my car up again, moved it, so there was only 1 blank space between us, and I was like, there, I think I can be okay with this. I think, and then I tried to be very natural, and I go, oh, hey, Laura, is that, and then I didn't know that was your car, that's really weird. Laura, I'm sorry that if you ever watch this, I am not as crazy as I make it out to be, but you know what, it sells better. So guess what? We're about where I wanted to stop. Like I said, I've got an idea for where I want it to be. And I'm not being paid for this. You're not being paid for this. So I figured why drag this out longer than it has to. Here's the part where I gotta shut off the camera really awkwardly.